Hi guys, it's Elle. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about kind of a tip that I use for myself and for a lot of clients, and I know it's going to be really great for you guys because you ask me about it all the time. And it's how to apply cream blushes, make them work for you, make the kind of cheeks look glowy and youthful. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button before we go on. Give me a thumbs up and let's do it. All right, so the reason why I wanted to kind of chat with you about cream blushes, how to apply them, and who they're good for is because for my beautiful subscribers and my Elle Squad family, these are going to be beautiful for you because they're great for all skin types, but specifically more mature skin. Reason being is because they already have hydration in a lot of these products, and so it just gives you a natural glow here without having to maybe even wear a highlight, things of that nature. But they can be a little tricky to put on, especially like these liquid ones like from NARS. The easier ones are going to be like this from Stila. I love the Flower Beauty ones. The NYX ones are fantastic. A lot of brands make a cream blush, but sometimes they can be a little bit hard to work with. So I have nothing on my skin right now. I literally just have done the rest of my face, and I do not have any powder or anything like that on. That's going to be tip number one. Some cream blushes you can put over powder. But when you're beginning and starting out for this, you really want to make sure that you applied your concealer, your foundation, all of that good stuff. Go in with cream blush, and then if you really want to, go ahead and set it with a powder blush. I didn't even use a setting powder under my eyes yet because I prefer to, like I said, use all powder products after things have gone on that are cream. So I thought I would use... I'm trying to decide whether I should show you guys how to use the this one or from Stila. This is one of my favorites. It's their convertible covers. They're like colors. They're like multi-sticks. You can use them all over the face. Bite Beauty has some beautiful multi-sticks that can be used as cream blushes. Same with, we just talked about the nude sticks. They have really great blushes that blend out. The only thing is that when you deal with a little bit of a stiffer product, let me see if I have it here. Okay, so here's the one we used the other day called Belle from Nude Sticks. This is going to be a stiffer formula. And same with the Bite Beauty ones. And those are going to be more for after you've really tried this out a couple times, because sometimes you can press too hard with these and then you start to blend it out and it starts to remove everything underneath it. So that's why I always recommend using something that is more creamy when you're first starting out using cream blushes. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use the NYX one. Since it's readily available, great price point. This is a beautiful color. I love this little color. This is called Rose Petal. And I also love the cream blushes from Merle Norman. Those are fantastic. So what you're going to do is, so when you first start figuring out where your blush placement is, usually as we age, our face starts to kind of lose some volume, also has a tendency to kind of come in and become a little bit more sunken. So usually for most people, we want the bulk of the color up almost where highlight goes. I recently had an instant go session. If you don't know what that is, you can look below in the description. It's a way to have really specialized advice and lessons by me. But I was in a session earlier past couple of days, and we were talking about blush placement, and you could see the difference when you really brought it up and the face was really lifted, and so it wasn't accentuating anything else that might be going on with the face. So here's our cream blush. Here's our beauty blender. In my opinion, you're gonna need a beauty blender for this, or a very, very soft brush. I'm trying to think if I have a brush that I would recommend to use, and I don't really, because I just don't use brushes for cream blush. So Beauty blender, and I like to use the one that I have used for my foundation because the foundation that's already in your sponge mixes with your cream blush, makes it easier to apply, blends it better, and doesn't remove the foundation underneath. So we're gonna go in. Now I know that this product is pigmented, but it's not overly pigmented, so I can go right into this. I'm gonna look in my mirror and I'm gonna start not down here, I'm gonna start a little bit higher on top of my cheek. And then I'm going to just use these tapping motions coming down just for my face shape onto the apples of my cheeks and just depositing as much color as I might want. And I love these blushes from NYX because they are so easy to layer and they're not super pigmented. So they're going to be great for beginners. And then for me, I like to have a little bit more on my apple of my cheek. And again, it's just these tapping motions. That's what's really going to be important. That's why I love a beauty blender. It's tapping motions, tapping motions, tapping motions. So it's really as easy as that. Other side. And I like cream blushes because they also allow, you know, for me, we all know that I love freckles. I don't love to cover up my freckles all the time. So they allow that kind of beautiful natural skin to show through, as long as you haven't, you know, had it like, you know, a super full coverage foundation, which the foundation I'm wearing today, I'll put below, but I'm going to do a foundation Friday on it, and it is drugstore pricing, and I really love it. So that's basically as easy as it is. I'll scoot in so you guys can see. See how it gives a beautiful, natural, luminous kind of glow? And that's as easy as it is. Now, cream blushes can be very pigmented, only if you want to. So for me, if I wasn't going to powder this, which I'm not going to, I am going to put bronzer on and a few other things, I would layer a very translucent cream blush like this, and then I would go in with something like the NARS liquid blush, and I actually go onto my hand first, just a small amount, because you don't want to go right to your beauty blender. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of that, just a little bit, and I'm just going to tap it right where I feel like I need a little bit more color. So pretty. So you can mix formulas of cream blushes. It just is up to you. But this is one of my go-tos for a lot of clients on the red carpet, as well as a daily routine for me as well. See how pretty it is? And then just so you guys can have an idea, I will take my setting powder, and if you all can guess what this is, it's from Hourglass. And I just set the under eyes where my concealer is. And it sets the top of the blush a little bit, as well as kind of blends everything together. And then how I would apply a product, a powder product like my bronzer, is I would just go right on top of that cream blush, not towards the front of the face, but just right here on the perimeter, of course, all around the face. For me, my face shape. All right, and so I just kind of added my lipstick on. This is Anita by NARS, but I like to put my lipstick on before I kind of finish the cheeks to see if I really want some more added color. It really will make a difference once you put your lipstick on. Now for me, I actually really like how this looks. I could, if I really wanted to put a powder blush over this, or I could just jump right back into my cream blush and just intensify the apples a little bit, but again, you don't need to. But that's what's great about not setting the cream blush with powder, because you're able to manipulate it. And again, using the beauty blender and tapping motions is going to be really, really important. And a little tidbit I'll just share with you guys. I love the Becca Light Chasing highlighters. This one is in Rose Quartz. This is something that I do a lot when I want something to be really, really glowy. I just take a little bit, big fluffy brush. This is from It Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe brush, and I go on the top part. And that's all I do, because this has a little bit of pink to it, so it just adds some radiance to the face. All right, so here is the final look. See how this just glows right here on the cheeks? I absolutely love it. I hope that this kind of helps you be able to navigate how to use a cream blush and some product recommendations that I have for you, especially if you are a more beginner at this and maybe you want to play with this. This is something that I would absolutely use on a daily basis. If you wore makeup to the gym, this would be a healthy glow. You know, all sorts of things of that nature. But yeah, so I hope that you got a lot out of this, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for being here, and don't forget you are truly loved. Lots of love from me, you. Bye, you guys.